Hello, everybody, and welcome to Equinox, a hopefully weekly Dungeon and Dragon game, featuring these lovely people here. How's your weeks been, guys?
Yes, I have had a week.
You have had a week, good. A
Yes.
week. That's for those who
I
can't
I
see.
tried to fit 2 in,
For those
but
who
I only
can't
could fit
see,
1.
in the last few weeks, Leftfoot Kevin has grown a fabulous mustache that I'm sorry that I'm depriving all of you from seeing.
I've had this since November.
I
It's
haven't
been
seen your face
months.
since then.
You definitely have. I have had my camera on. I just think it hasn't been as
No, you
noticeable
have
as
because we would have
No.
noticed.
We would have noticed. Andrew usually has his soul
I.
patch and a moustache.
I've had it so long that I have bought mustache wax and then since lost the mustache wax. So I need to
I
go
bet
and
your
buy
cat's
it. And
eaten
it's
the
like
moustache
you get
wax.
like a tin this big. You can't see the internet, but like it's like I don't know, two
Tiny.
The
centimeters by
size of
1
a
centimeter,
quarter.
and it's like $30.
Yes, because you're not supposed to use that much, are you?
No, you use like a tiny amount, like literally just scrape your fingernail across and I get expedition strength mustache wax. We are
Mission
sponsored.
Stray.
It's Captain Fawcett's mustache wax expedition strength.
And the day that Dusty accidentally graces us with a unfortunate webcam slip, we're gonna be so excited. So we
For,
love you, Dusty.
for the gang to see.
You'll never.
That's the mustache wax. Look at it. Look how good it is. Look at that man's mustache.
That is a fabulous mustache.
Uh,
Be
you
careful
guys are
around this
showing
group
your
there with
British
mustaches.
heritage by going with expedition strength.
I like the idea of expedition strength. It sounds really strong, doesn't it?
It sounds like it'll snap off.
The
It sounds
reviews
like
are
it'll get
all
lost
very
in
poor.
Everest. Thank you.
It sounds like something you would put on before you go fight the Zulus.
I just got given a cookie pie. Anyway, that aside, uh, we missed last week, fairly certain.
Did we? No, I thought we were on last week.
No,
We were
no,
on
we were
last
on
week?
last week.
We were
Yes!
certainly on last week.
Yes!
This
Sorry.
is a
It's
weekly game. I was wondering why you were commenting on whether or not the game was weekly, and I'm like,
because my brain,
we
I
did.
thought we had last week off, but no, we didn't.
No, we've been on.
That's all wonderful and good and fantastic. So what happened last time? I know you just went through that, Andrew, but do it for the rest of the internet. You're the one that takes the notes. You are the wonderful, diligent, amazing note keeper, and your notes always bring joy to our hearts.
And I'm
Dance,
lazy.
monkey, dance. We took a long time to find the dragon, and in between find the dragon and not find the dragon. We went down into the valley, found a network of caves, went to the caves, found a goose with a suicide vest on it. We
Duck.
decided they're all the same thing.
They are not the same
We
thing.
That's super not the same thing.
They are birds with feathers. I could give less of a shit about them. We decided to cook it. We ate it. In a moment of shared revelry between,
And don't forget the crow. We ate the crow too.
We also ate the crow. We had to stuff it with herbs so that it was good.
between Feynman, Wicked, and Habaru, as the three of them went, "Holy shit, these new guys are weird." And it was very nice for all three of us to be on the same page for once. We discovered Arashi can call home. He did. He got a phone call back. His family is apparently still around. Sabata, as Wicked discovered, is a historical toy maker, and so these people do exist in a previous timeline.
Nope, same timeline.
Damn, yeah.
You know what I
They
mean? Like
exist
a
in this
previous
timeline,
point.
but they're from the past.
Ironically, unlike your characters, Andrew, they're not from the multiverse.
No, we don't talk about that. um, we went out, discovered the elder dragon we were looking for. The elder dragon was dead. Doesn't look like she had been wounded. She may have just lay down and died, which could have been because of the forgetfulness curse. Uh, Sabata ran around trying to loot the place and only discovered he could loot bugs, which he was not happy about.
Not very happy at all.
Habaru told the granddaughter, which I erased my note on what her name was.
Everett, that's right there at the bottom.
Everett. Yes.
Everett.
And so told her, she gave us a pendant, told us to come see the Dragon Council at some point so we can break the book or burn the book or whatever. Went back down the cave, minding his own business, thinking, man, nothing could go wrong, only to discover that Feynman had been soul sucking the dead corpse of a dragon, and we watched one of the
Doing
golden
something. You're not
chains.
exactly sure, but
Yeah.
he was doing something.
We watched one of the golden chains of Ahura break, holding
The
him
curse
back.
holding Ahura, yes.
Yeah. And so I think I can kind of get an idea of what it may have been.
Don't know.
Not without a roll, you can't.
But either way, we jump in. Oh, yes, either way, we jump in. With you coming down the path into this cave, Habaru.
Wait, I forgot the most important part.
Oh, yeah, there was actually something. Wait, you did roll. You did roll.
We need to roll.
Yes, because something was going to
Um,
happen, and I know that you had made a note about this, Kevin.
Yes.
He was gonna tackle me. It
Yes.
was the one time I've ever made a note.
Yeah.
I wrote, Habaru tackles Feynman. He's contesting to continue the big suck. My one note.
Yes.
So
And my
you are
note
tackling
yesterday
him, I
was,
believe.
Yes.
I'm glad I remembered that because I could have sworn that you'd made a note in the Roll20 chat so we didn't forget.
I made one note in the Roll20 chat that I'm hoping the audience can see.
They should be able to see. Oh, you specifically wrote it at me, so chances are they may not be able to see it.
I don't know if Roll20
Oh,
has
no,
adding. I just
see it.
did at you.
Oh, you can see it. Why have you not
I think you
updated?
can.
Rude. We'll see what happens. Either way, oh no, there it is. Okay, so on that note, roll in athletics, my dude.
Which one?
Oh.
Habaru.
What am I contesting?
You can roll in athletics or in acrobatics to contest.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, okay, so I'm probably just getting straight up tackled here. With the
I
12,
know.
I'm being tackled.
You go to step to the left and unknowingly step right into his tackle as your feet come off the floor. You go flying through the dirt. The connection with the mystical energy is snapped as there is a hard oof as a very armor-clad Habaru lands on your chest.
Bastard. I'm gonna yell at him, and I'm like, what do you think you're doing?
What are you doing?
Bloody well getting my power back.
Oh, you're this asshole now.
You don't know that.
Oh,
God damn it, Dusty.
Yeah.
Pretty much exactly like that.
Oh my
More
god.
spinal breakage.
Yeah. Wings get weirdly shoved onto the floor. Ah, my wings. Oh man, dude.
He winged me.
Yeah, I am fully leaning into
Pressing him into the dirt.
Yeah, into at this point, I guess Ahura.
Can I contest to get out?
Yeah, you can try and break out. It would be an acrobatics to break out.
Can I contest his get
You
out?
can contest my contest.
Well, it is because you are grappled, it is with disadvantage, I believe.
I'm just gonna roll it again.
That's a strain.
It's an 18.
Thank you, Dusty. Dusty, you're one of the best little rules lawyers who still do it for fun. I love that about you.
Alright, that's an 18 out of the two.
Either
Do I
way,
need to reroll my athletics?
if you want to continue pushing into him, yes.
Can't I just keep
I use my
with,
powers for the good
I
of the
suppose
game.
it could be strength too, right? If you want to
You
roll
could roll strength,
instead.
yes. Strength or athletics.
17. I get out.
Ooh, you do in a
Oh.
in a incredible show of lizard-like dexterity.
Slither my ass away.
Feynman manages to slide out from under you enough that he is able to pull himself free grasp, dumping you into the dirt, Habaru.
All right, I'm gonna fucking. I don't know how we want to play this. Actually, I won't do that instead. That's how
No,
we'll play it.
do what you want to do and see what
I'm
happens.
gonna step between him and.
You're on the ground, brother.
You're both on the ground, technically.
up.
Still, you haven't got up yet. You're both still in the dirt. You just managed to slither out from underneath him. If you were a Hogwarts house, you'd be slithering.
I'll get up and get between him and the dragon.
Okay, you get up and
I feel like we
scramble.
have the same amount of time, so I'm gonna try and get to the
You
dragon
do.
first. Then.
Leave it. No, stop. What are you doing?
And then I'm gonna hit you with. I need to get that power back before the frog can use it.
Okay.
To
So, okay, what I need from both of you is I need either dex or acrobatic rolls.
To see who gets there first.
Yep.
You mean athletics or acrobatics?
Nope. This is not a strength. This
Oh,
is a dexterity.
Oh, okay, just straight dex. Okay.
Well, I said dex or acrobatics,
Give me
whichever is
dex.
better.
Dex saving throw. Oh man.
Just do dex. Make it
They're
even.
both 3 for me.
Yeah, it's the same. Just do it.
So whichever.
22. You get there first.
Habaru, you managed to slide in the way first, blocking the way with your broad half-orc chest.
Yeah. No, you're not getting the power just because you think you need to fight the frog again.
We don't need to fight the frog. We need to get it away from the frog.
More than confident the dragons will come back for their fucking dragon corpse.
Isn't their dragon force. This is mine. They cannot take it.
It's not your dragon corpse. You're not that guy anymore.
Feynman, what are you doing? Stop. They're gonna
Simply
blame
do
me
not
if
know
they see
that.
this.
Really? Is that why you're in chains right now? Because you're that guy? Because you're the big worshipped man who only has one follower?
It's still my power.
No!
I cannot simply just give it up because it makes you uncomfortable.
You're suffering a punishment right now. That's why you're not getting this.
Because you're the lawyer of my punishment.
Because your wife condemned you. And I respect her more than I respect you.
Your arm would say otherwise.
Yeah, fucking unfortunately it does. At this point, I am as much your keeper as I am your follower.
You're not my keeper.
At
I'm
this
gonna
point,
try and slip past him again.
At this point, the drowned blade has showed up and has joined you, Habaru, after running around the dragon corpse.
I'm gonna try and slip past him again. I'm assuming just with another dex or an acrobatics.
You may, if you would
I'll
like to continue.
specifically try and jump over him and get on top of it. So I'll do an acrobatics because I feel like that's more apt.
So you're just doing a straight jump rather than a
I'm
fly?
gonna jump over him and flap my wings or whatever, like, just to get height.
Okay. Well, I will, again, need acrobatics. You can have advantage, Andrew, because Wicked's drowned is trying to help you.
Okay.
I found nothing but bugs and stuff. Have you guys found
One.
anything? What are you guys doing?
I'm sorry, you said athletics? Acrobatics?
Acrobatics with the advantage.
Okay. Acrobatics, Avanti. Oh, fuck!
Yeah, that's a no, because you go to grab Feynman. As you do, the drowned has shambled up and also gone to get in Feynman's way, and you've kind of run into each other as Feynman jumps, flaps his wings, and lands on top of the dragon.
Oh,
Wicked,
man.
you've noticed
Oh, the
that
kid
all
was-
of the foliage that makes up this dragon's flesh has started to crumple and wither and blacken and decay.
It was never yours. That's why you're in this mess to begin with. And she's
It's
gonna
literally
cast.
mine. I gave her the power.
What are you casting, Dusty?
She says, "Sorry, Captain Feynman, I know you said not to do this again." And she's gonna cast a 4th level sleep.
Ooh. Cast the sleep.
Oh, that's a shit roll.
Ooh.
It is a shit roll.
Well, I mean, knowing Kev's hit points, maybe not.
What
No, it's not enough. It's not enough.
what am I rolling?
Yeah, no.
What am I doing?
You're not-
Nothing.
You're not rolling
Nothing.
anything because she's casting it on you. How many hit points do you currently have?
59.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, nothing close.
Definitely not. You feel
do we-
yourself get a bit lethargic, but yeah, you feel a bit lethargic, but beyond that, you
I'm
feel
silly. Why did I go with that?
yeah, but you find yourself on top of the dragon corpse. Couldn't think of the word there for a second.
I'll simply immediately start up the drain again.
And I will go to tactical again.
Surely you would have to try and get
You
up
just-
the dragon first.
Well, how are you getting
It's
up the dragon?
it would
though?
be easy.
flying.
No, because he's got wings, my dude. He
I
jumped
will
and
pop
flew.
my own wings.
Okay, so you watch as a pair of moonlit dragon wings sprout from Habaru's shoulder blades, and he scrambles up the dragon with their aid,
Is
coming
that a
face to
spell or
face
is
with
that
you.
just an ability?
It's an
It's an
ability
ability.
he has.
Okay. So it doesn't have a
Holy
cast
crap.
time then.
Have you all got wings?
Alright. I'm simply going to shove him off then.
I am moving to do another tackle, so another athletics roll, please.
Okay, athletics basing athletics.
Yes. Let me stick with what I'm good with.
Habaru, you even though Richard Feynman comes up to you, places his hands on your chest and shoves, you throw your arms around him, gripping him to your body.
Wait, did he get advantage for that?
No, I rolled with advantage by accident.
Okay,
But
sorry.
because
Then
I
no,
did
you
the,
don't. You
because
feel
I
these.
did the
You go to
recap, I
grab
get
him,
the
and as you
inspirational.
do, you go to grab him, and as you do, he places his hands on your chest and shoves, and you feel this warmth suffuse from his hands as this beam of sunlight just shoves you off of the dragon. You stumble backwards, tumbling into the dirt.
I go absorbent again.
Abzahura, this is your last fucking warning. Get the fuck off that dragon, or I will force you off that dragon.
You
Make me,
watch as veins of sunlight suffuse up through the dragon corpse, running all over Feynman's skin. You can see that his scales are starting to light up as the foliage of this dragon is blackening and starting to crumple in on itself. The chains that are surrounding him, the very fine chains, you can see that they are glowing brighter and brighter.
I cast Burning Hands on Feynman and the dragon.
Are you guys playing King of the Hill or something? I used to play this with my sister.
No, this is Ahura! Sabata, help us!
So you cast Burning Hands. Are you touching Feynman or the dragon?
I'm doing it on both because it's an area of effect.
Okay.
Now to be hyper
Oh, you
clear,
guys play serious.
you're opening up combat then?
I'm burning the dragon as much as I'm just pissing off her at this point. I mean,
But
if
if
you
you're
want to open up
casting
combat, we
burning hands on
can.
me with the intent to do damage, am I going to start kicking you, or are you going to take issue with that?
No, dude, if you want to open up combat,
Christ, why are you
What's-
like this?
What's the DC?
it is Dex.
You need to make a Dex
saving
saving throw, please.
Dex?
And what is your DC on the Burning Hands, please?
throw. Not 21.
0.
Not 21. Not helpful because your spell save DC is saying 0.
It is saying 0, but it's lower
Well,
than
because
21.
I don't have a spell save. I don't have a spell casting ability. That's just from my ability. What did I decide?
But presumably, surely it hits if you're going for the dragon and me.
What's
it
your
misses
wisdom
me, but
modifier?
The dragon is dead.
What's your
so
wisdom
it can't.
Hang on. We never set when we did the
No, what's your wisdom modifier?
1.
And your proficiency bonus is 2?
3.
3.
3. So you have to make 12.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Yes, a 21.
I did make a 21.
So it's only
Da, da, da,
half
da, da.
damage.
So, yeah, so only half damage. So, you take 5 points
Well,
of fire damage, Richard Feynman. However,
my main thing
the
was setting the corpse on fire.
the dry, brittle dragon flesh under you does catch fire and start to burn very easily. Very quickly around this area, it starts to surround the area with smoke as the now dry brush that is this dragon just and is starting to crackle under your feet, Feynman.
I will stay and continue to absorb, despite the fire.
Okay.
I play too.
Strength? What are you doing? What are you attempting to do?
I'm doing a gust cantrip.
Okay,
Okay.
you lift your hands. Roll me a strength save, Feynman.
Oh,
You
he's very
feel-
good at this game.
Not only
this
is
dragon.
not only is the fire stoked and burning hotter around you, Feynman, you not only that, you now look cool because your robes and your wings are fluttering in this breeze that has been shot at you as your chains are starting to light up. A second chain pops, but there are dozens upon dozens of chains on you, and this is only the first little instigator to remove it. However, because you do continue to stand there,
I assume I'm just simply taking damage from the fire.
yes, you take an additional 11 points of fire damage.
The one time I don't
54
take
down
create
to
or destroy water.
43.
Damn. But yes, very quickly, as you watch, you can see it is very quickly burning, and it's burning as fast as he is draining. And soon he is standing upon a pile of ash as eventually the flames go out. I will say, just because you do continue to stand there, we'll do one more lot. You take an additional 13 points of fire damage.
Am I also taking this damage?
Are
No.
you on the dragon?
She was on the dragon.
You
Oh.
were on the dragon. Oh,
Get off the dragon!
roll
Andrew, did you
a
know
dex
about-
save.
You could surely jump off if you want to not take the damage. 'Cause I
No,
don't think it's fair
what
for
I'm
Andrew
doing
to,
is when the dragon first lights, when he first lights a dragon on, roll me the dex to see if you save, and then we'll figure it out from there.
Yeah.
Which you did.
Again, it's a 12.
You were able to jump free of the fire.
Well, she wanted to do something with Feynman.
You still can.
What I mean is you've just jumped out of the way of the fire, so you have also taken 5 points of fire damage, but you are right up against Feynman as he is doing this. So what would you like to do?
You mean 2 points, because I'm resistant to fire.
Nice. 2 points.
In
He was
fact,
basically
Kev,
just-
aren't you resistant to fire? Or is it...
I'm resistant to radiance.
Yes.
Okay.
And I believe some form of what's the term for necrotic? I think
Yeah,
I'm also
necrotic.
resistant to necrotic.
Yeah, the term for necrotic is necrotic.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of undead magic, and I couldn't come up with that
The
word.
term
And I
is
came up
necrotic.
with necrotic first. and
Wicked,
I'm
what
like,
were
oh,
you
yeah,
wanting
it's-
to do to Feynman while he is draining the beast?
It just sounds
Draining
wrong.
draining the proverbial basilisk.
I'm up there
Taking a
draining.
whiz. Taking a whiz.
Wicked is basically just half trying to push him, half clinging on and pulling him. Feynman,
Okay.
please stop. Stop.
Roll me an acrobatics or an athletics to try and pull him.
Mostly just shaking him, really. He has very little strength.
That's okay. You can still attempt. Who knows?
No.
Yeah, no, you are just literally clinging onto his arm, shaking him.
I could contest if you want to try.
God, I want
Don't
you to
even
roll a
bother.
natural 1. Do it. 1 out of 20.
I
Yeah,
don't
Wicked.
think I
You
could
grab.
wait with athletics. I don't think I could
Honestly-
roll lower.
Honestly,
With
don't even
natural
bother.
1.
This is funnier.
I would still get a 4 though.
It would still be a critical fail, though.
Okay, but this is what. So this
fail
is
you
what
in a minute.
is happening, though. Feynman, you're sitting there determinedly trying to drain this dragon. Wicked is clinging onto you as the flames are surrounding you both, as she is shaking you. The longer it goes on, Wicked, you take an additional 3 points of fire damage.
Don't you mean 1 point?
No, that's 3 because I already halved it for you because it was supposed to be 6.
Gotcha.
Yikes, dude.
Yep. And you are, again, you watch as I said, that secondary chain snaps. Wicked still continuing to shake you. Is there anything you'd like to attempt before the second amount of fire damage comes in? Wicked?
She's just begging, pleading, like, please stop.
I'll say, I guess I'll roll it this way. As you're shaking Feynman Wicked, you'll catch his eye. His eyes are notably like red, not gold anymore. Like it's not just the fire, you know his eyes are like different. And as you catch his eye, like it'll go back to yellow for a second, his expression will change, and then just like sucked right back into red and like full force absorbing. I don't know if that does anything for you, but
And the fire is continuing, and you take an additional 4 points of fire damage as the corpse is turning to ash under your feet. What would you like to do?
Is your book still the Farmer's Almanac?
Yes.
Look at what you're doing.
I'll just be like, I'm doing what I have to, and then fucking finish it off.
Slowly, the light flares brighter until eventually the cave is full of light that immediately vanishes as it is plunged into darkness. Smoke is everywhere, obscuring your vision a little bit. Arashi has kind of vanished a little bit in the obscuring smoke as you're all standing there, but you have been plunged into darkness with only the acrid scent of scorched flesh and scale. As the fire dies, the entirety of the corpse consumed, and nothing but ash beneath your feet. Not even bone has been left. Everything has been rendered into just this fine grey powder beneath your feet, Wicked and Feynman.
I'm gonna just
You guys do
straight
this
up
often?
dip out the front of the cave.
Uh,
Get the hell out of there.
I will move to stop Feynman from getting out of the cave.
Think you'll
I'm going to let you play it out. I'm not going to make you contest it. It's up to you guys how you want to play this.
I'm just gonna try and get out of there and skedaddle. If you want to try and say something to convince him, I'll throw an opportunity to you now, Andrew, and or Wicked. And or Sabata.
Sabata, if he has any words of wisdom. But no, Habaru will start giving chase, and he'll call out, "How long are you going to be awake this time? How long until you go back to being a farmer in the middle of the woods, not knowing where you are?"
I'll just look back very slyly, and I'll just say, like, make eye contact with Habara, and I'll be like, "You're an absolute fool if you think Uhura is the only thing that inhabits Feynman." And then I'll fucking jet.
Still going after him. Oh wow, that is a bit worrying.
Guess what, fucker?
I was not expecting.
What does that mean? Was it?
I
How many
Sorry.
people is in Mr. Feynman?
Just help us chase him.
Well, okay.
How many people are in Mr. Feynman?
It's gonna end up being a clown car.
So I'll start chase as well.
Remember,
So
you got the
Okay.
rocket boots now.
Before we jet Wicked, what are you doing? Are you gonna yell something? Are you gonna react to this in any way?
No.
No? Not loving life?
Not particular.
Wicked needs to take a lap.
Yeah, he's staring around at the ashes and the bone. Wait, what was there bone?
It was bone. Yeah, it was like, I think,
So how far away is he?
I
How
would say,
fast are you
like,
moving?
what my movement speed's only like 40. So look, let's just say like we're
So you're
just
striding with
outside the
purpose.
cave.
You're not running or anything like this.
I'm like, yeah, I'm just trying to get out of there. But I'm not like particularly concerned about being followed by them. I'm just like
Okay.
going.
So you walk with purpose out of the cave and into the valley.
Yeah.
All right.
If he's going 40 feet every 6 seconds, he's not walking. This man is running.
45.
Yeah,
I
but
got
you
big
can
legs,
also
I'm a
walk
big
that
boy.
fast, so fuck it.
40 feet in
Heads up.
6 seconds.
I'm going to do my initial burst, and then I'm going to dash after him.
Okay.
Use your action, I
When I
suppose.
get near,
Also, your movement went up
Oh.
at level 6. It's 45 now.
Did it? Oh damn. Alright, well it's 40.
Ah,
I'm
damn it.
hearing it's 45.
Okay, Sabata, you run up and dash behind the Feynman and yeet your bowler at him, and it skitters off into the unfamiliar woodland.
God damn it. Stay there, Mr. Feynman. Don't run away.
I'm coming.
Are
No,
you
I'm
still
gonna keep
fo-
going.
You keep
still
going?
I'm still following him.
Just from a distance.
Yeah, we're lagging behind, I imagine.
Yeah.
So chasing after him as well.
Wicked, are you
Um,
following?
I will, before anything else, just quickly call out. What do I want to call out? I had it in my head and I forgot.
You can take a moment.
That's my entire life. I'll nah.
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 You had
Wicked,
something
what
for
would
this, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Wicked, what would you like to do? Are you following? Are you?
He's just looking in his direction. Honor knees, run by the ash and bones of the dragon.
Your
Very
microphone's
quiet.
a little bit. Is it
Oh,
just
is it?
me? Is it?
It's like very
Yeah.
faint.
Yeah.
Is that a little better? Is that better?
Yes.
The
Right.
quality's not as crisp as usual either, I think.
Oh, a second.
Technical difficulties. Yay! I blame Feynman.
Don't we all?
Yes.
Gotta blame someone, otherwise it's all my fault. Then fuck that. See, Dusty, I learnt the quote.
This is not the only thing that Ahura is not the only thing that inhabits Feynman. Habaru. Shit. Well, shit.
I don't know, like, just for an out of character moment, I thought I was making it really clear that it was something else, and I'm like, I don't know if it's that clear. Maybe I need to like
No.
outwardly say it for Andrew.
Oh, see, now you're starting to understand.
you lock eyes with Fireman Wicked, and his perception like changes. He's clearly like another
Now you
guy.
understand the problem Tegan has of Andrew. There's a thing here. You should probably investigate. What? Huh? Tegan, why
then-
didn't you make this more clear?
Yeah, then why didn't you make this more clear? The other one is, but I want to figure it out on my own, so don't tell me.
Yeah,
There are
but
some
luckily
things
as
I
a
want to figure
character, I
out, and
can just
some things
tell
I
him.
don't want to try to figure out.
I'm going to spear tackle Mr. Feynman.
You gonna spear
Okay.
tackle me?
You run
Just
up
22
after Feynman.
athletics, you son of a bitch.
Feynman, roll me a dex.
God damn it.
With
From
your juiced up monk skills, you hear the cat behind you. You hear the moment his little pitter-pat boots leave the ground, and you immediately step sideways out of the grip, watching as Sabata just face plants into the dirt next to you.
He gives himself away before he tackles with a little.
No, it's a.
you. From a narrative
Just-
standpoint, like this is such a great thing, but from my standpoint, I'm like, oh god, it's falling apart.
I'm hoping, Dusty, do you live? I'm worried. I don't know if Dusty's. I wonder if Dusty's just
I think
having
they're
mic issues.
their mic sorted. Maybe they're reconnecting and
Okay.
doing all that classic.
Okay, yes. So Sabata, you're sprawled into the grassy shrubland next to. Wait,
Holy
Wicked?
Kung Hero, don't do that.
that's better. You sound
Oh,
amazing.
Oh, awesome. At least it fixed that.
Yay! So what were you saying that you were trying to do?
All right. Sorry. I unplugged some computer went and it didn't like that. But it's better, I guess, now.
Yay! Did you turn it off and on again? Classic tech move. So you were saying before.
Wicked is just sitting on her knees around, or just looking at the ash and bone around her, like clutching it in her hands, like basically pathetically trying to put it back together, basically.
Oh, we will come back to you then if you are staying there, because everybody else has gone into
Yes.
the woods.
Uh,
I will come back to you, because that's going to be fun.
Fascinating. Yes, go on, please.
Feynman.
Yep.
There is a black
I-
cat in a red jacket next to you in the dirt.
I am doing a really cool roll.
You roll, get caught in your own jacket, stand up, try to make it look cool, lean against a tree.
I meant to do that.
That's exactly what he wanted to do.
What are you doing, Feynman?
I'm just gonna keep going. If it's missed, I'm gonna keep going. I don't know if anyone's bothering to check where we're going. Like, do you try and figure out, because this is are we still kind of near?
Yeah. You're just in the valley below
Yeah, but
where the monastery and
Habaru,
everything
like,
was.
familiar with this area still, or are we outside of that zone of familiarity?
basically, I grew up kind of like in this part of the world, but I've never been to this part of the world.
Yeah, he hasn't really been to this island, so.
Okay, so you wouldn't know off the top of your head.
Real quick, while I can still see Feynman, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Hunter's Mark,
Okay.
fucking cunning.
There's like a little
Oh,
green
well,
ping that's telling you where he is within that range.
yeah, ignore the 5 damage, but yeah, that's just the hunter's mark right now.
Why would it do
Um,
5 damage? Does Hunter's Mark do damage?
Hell yeah, it does.
Heck yeah, it
That's like
does.
that's like the workhorse of the ranger class.
I thought Hunter's Mark
Um,
did an additional D5 per attack you made on that creature.
That's what he's
not just
saying.
5
Yeah.
damage
That's what he's
outright.
saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It
Yeah, for-
basically gives him like super scope when he aims an arrow or a bullet, essentially.
Okay.
But as he's chasing him, cast hunter's mark, he'll call out, Ahura, Feynman, which one of you, everyone you jackasses is at the wheel, at least fucking stop and talk for a moment.
You surely heard me say that it's not either of them.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I just want to
Okay.
make sure
Selenite, damn
that-
you!
that's like very clear, right?
Yeah,
So-
no, Andrew understands. Habaru doesn't understand.
Okay.
So you're
Hover is in
making
his
your
rage mode. He's a barbarian.
Habaru, are you continuing to follow Feynman, or are you just letting him go at this point?
I have to. He has the book.
Okay, so you're following him. Unbeknownst to you, I'm saying that Arashi is also taken off through the trees to follow. Unbeknownst to you, you've neglected to realize you are down a companion as you and Sabata and Arashi are following Feynman through the woodlands. Back in the cave, Wicked, you are trying to desperately to put this creature back together. Everything in you is trying to will it back together. As you are scraping through the dirt, the ashes are covering your hands with soot, staining the fingertips and the back of your hands with the grey and black ashes and dust. Underneath it all, you feel a warmth. Not like you're next to a fire, but you feel something hot, almost pulsating. As you're scraping together the ashes, you can feel that pulsing getting tighter. And eventually, as you scrape another handful of ashes, you notice that there seems to be a small fern-like frond that is this almost metallic gold that seems to be curling out from the ashes, out of the ground.
It's okay. It's okay. I can fix this. I can put you back together. I can. Like, looks at the fern. Does it seem to be doing anything?
It has unfurled a little bit, letting out little tendrils that seem to be almost feathery and reaching for you.
Just like reels, like recoils away from it for a sec. Just like tilts her head, reaches back towards it.
As you move your hand closer, the little fronds seem to unfurl like they're trying to reach for your hand to coil around your fingers, like a small vine looking for, like a small runner looking for a trellis.
Did. I'll cast Detect Magic.
As you do so, there is an overwhelming surge of magic coming from this vine. It is a minute, tiny little fern. Probably only 3 or 4 centimeters tall, 2 inches roughly, give or take.
She'll reach her hands and touch the frond.
They curl around your fingers, gripping quite firmly considering how small and delicate they look. And you feel this surge of fizzing that seems to run up your arm. Almost like when your arm has gone, like when when your arm or your leg has gone to sleep and it starts to wake up, that tingling, fizzing feeling that seems to spread up
Ugh.
your arm towards your elbow. It's still, the longer it holds on, it seems to fizz through higher up your arm towards your shoulder. The warmth from the vines itself is exceedingly cozy. It's not hot, but there's something comforting about it, like being under a fuzzy, warm blanket on a really cold winter's day. Um, just finding that warmth and soothing. They seem to be rhythmically squeezing wherever they're touching. You can feel this rhythmic squeezing almost like a heartbeat pulsating. And as they reach, these tendrils are getting longer and longer, wrapping around your fingers, your hand, your wrist. The plant itself just seems to be putting out more and more of these tendrils.
See, is it tight? Does it feel like she can pull away?
Yes, it
Do
doesn't
you have
seem
like
to be
room to
gripping
move?
you or like it doesn't seem to be holding you in place. But the power that seems to be surging through you, you get the impression that it's searching through your veins, your tendons, your ligaments. It seems to be searching through you for something. And you can feel by now that fizzing power has reached at least your shoulder and is starting to spread towards where your neck and your collarbone are. It seems to like it's suffusing through your body, searching for something.
She'll let it continue.
As it does so, it spreads through you. You feel that warmth and that pulsing hit your chest. As it does so, you feel this jolt, like you've been hit with electricity, as something within you answers something within that pulsing. As you feel it almost electrocute you, it gasps you, it makes you gasp with how intense this pulse hits your entire body. It awakens every nerve ending. You can feel your hair lifting. You can feel your clothes crackling with some kind of electrical charge as that power as what it hits whatever seems to be it seems to have found in your chest. It surges through your body, and you watch as those vine-like tendrils, even though they're only circling one hand and wrist, you watch as these vine-like tendrils come free from your other hand and start to surge back into the ground, creating this circular connection with you and the earth. And as it does so, under the ashes of where this dragon's carcass was, you just hear this rumbling sound followed by this deep cracking noise as stone splits open and rocks jolt forward, almost creating like an overlapping ledge as the ashes disappear into the earth. You can hear from this crevice that has opened this sound of these ethereal voices, this singing, this connection, this that seem to be calling to you, that seems something within you seems to be answering back to it. Your You can feel this noise in your head just thrumming and calling, and underneath it all you hear this dark, deep voice, comforting, almost maternal, that just seems to say, "Ah, there you are. There's work to be done."
Does it feel familiar?
Yes and no. You're not sure why. It's a terrifying voice. Everything about it screams chaos, but something about that comforts you.
What do you mean work?
The time has come, my champion. We must break the world to heal it. And only we can do it. But it's time.
We?
It's time. Kaldaya is waking.
She said Keldaya?
I will spell it for you. Khaldaia. Kaldaya.
She feels the comfort of the chaotic voice wash over her. She wants to. She feels it. But then she remembers she remembers something similar. She remembers the whispers of the book egging her on. She remembers the temptation from the roots of the hell tree. She thinks about Feynman, Uhura, whatever it was. Uh, Draining the dragon. And she thinks, I'm on my own time. My timeline. No one is taking my freedom from me again. And as this feeling is running through her, there's a smash across her face and shove as she has commanded the drowned one to shove her and basically just crack her across the face and blast her away from the plant.
As you're pushed away, the plant does release you. It doesn't tear the plant and it doesn't tear the connection from you. They just seem to fade as this connection with that motherly figure seems to fade. But that feeling of something sprouting within you does not disappear. It's like whatever this was, it has awakened something. And now that it's awakened, it can't be put back.
Let's just say this bludgeon. Oh, cool. So
You're taking damage from your drowned one, punch in your face.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. You're lying there sprawled in the dirt. As all of this is happening, it's probably been about 10 minutes of following Feynman, Habaru. When
That's a lot of creative liberty saying following Feynman.
Listen, I'm doing the best I can, all right? I'm not.
where are you
Following that
headed,
yellow
Feynman?
thing. I'm heading back to the carriage.
Okay, you're heading back to the carriage.
How far away was the carriage? We walked a bit, didn't we?
You did walk a bit, maybe only half an hour or so though, but you were looking for caves specifically. But because you're not doing that, yeah, I'd say 15, 20 minutes. Because you
With
know
my
exactly where you're
speed
going this
boon,
time.
how far ahead of them do I get there? Because I'm, what, 5 feet?
You're definitely moving
6
faster than them.
seconds.
So, yeah, I'd say you get there in about 15 minutes, but they're probably 10 minutes behind you.
Excellent. Time to scheme.
You're stealing the fucking horse and carriage?
No. That's mean. But so would be using burning hands on me, I suppose.
I'm trying real hard not to draw my sword or gun because I'm like, I don't want to make this into a PvP fight.
I mean, what's
But
the
at the same
difference? You already
time,
fucking cast burning hands on me. I had to not punch you at that
Yeah.
time because I was like, I in my mind, I'm like, this is kind of free reign to maybe just punch a motherfucker, but I was
You
like,
could
no,
have.
I'll not do that.
It would have stopped you from sucking the dragon.
Harbury, you are so distracted at this point, you don't even realize that you've left Wicked behind.
He would kind of recognize, like, oh, Wicked's not beside him. He would have figured, oh, she must be like following behind because I don't know what Wicked's top running speed is, so that's
Wicked,
not his.
I believe Wicked is more adept in this kind of climate than you are, considering.
Yeah.
Flat
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah, she knows
Yeah.
forests.
Yeah,
She got hooves
but
too.
still, but
And
still,
what sort of snails to eat?
he has more pressing matters in front of him. Not that he's saying Wicked doesn't matter, but there's a guy
The
running
fact
around
is, he
with the
doesn't know what's
book.
happened behind him, so he's like,
Yeah.
eh.
I know what's in front of me.
Probably fine. She's just sitting in a cave. It's probably fine.
It's
Yeah.
probably fine.
Alright, so my master plan, instead of stealing the wagon, will simply to be to take a nap in the wagon then.
Okay, so you scramble into the wagon, you pull some of the blankets over yourself, and take
I
a
was
nap.
here the whole time.
I just wanted to fight some chickens.
You do not
No
want to fight
chickens
the
for you.
chickens. I've heard so much about not fighting the
So,
chickens. There's no way we're
About 10
fighting them
minutes
chickens.
later, Harbury, you come across your wagon, and in the back, under some of the woolen blankets, is the prone form of Richard Feynman, dead to the world, looking incredibly comfortable, like he has been settled in and been having like the best nap he has ever had of his life. You didn't even know it was possible to fall asleep in under 10 minutes, but by God, this man's done it.
Oh, do whatever you're about to do.
I'm trying to decide what I'm about to do. Where does Feynman keep the book on him?
He's always just got like an internal pocket. Like
Alright,
on
immediately
his robes.
yanking his robe. I hate the sentence. Yanking his robe of him to take the book.
You gonna yank the robe?
But he doesn't have any eyebrows to shave.
Excuse me?
That is what you're doing, isn't it?
No, why would I be shaving? No, Sabata, help me with this. And he'll.
Sabata, you're watching
hold the
as
book.
Habaru walks up to the sleeping form of Feynman, rips off the blanket, rips his robe open. He's starting to tear his clothes off.
No,
you're
don't
watching
put
him
that out in
mug
the
a man,
wild. I'm not taking his
basically,
clothes
like-
off. I'm just taking the book.
You've
You're
opened
simply
the
just
robe.
watching him mug me.
But-
That's what's happened.
You play very strange tricks on each other. Normally, I just shave Arashi's eyebrows. I'll put his hand in some water.
If you shave
guys
my
are very
eyebrows
extreme.
any point in the day, I'm gonna shave all your fucking fur off your body with my burning hands. All right?
Not again. No, don't want that happening again. I was very cold for a
And-
while.
Well, I assume
Copy.
you're not trying to be in any way stealthy.
No, I don't know how I could stealthily rip your robe open. I
Bloody
hate that
roll. You
sentence.
could bloody well roll a stealth if you wanted.
You can attempt to
No.
stealth it off his body.
Habaru's been running for about 15 minutes. He's angry.
You've clambered into the back of the wagon. You're
Yeah.
breathing
I've-
hard as you stand over the prone form of Feynman as you rip
No.
his robe open to grab the book out, chest
I know what you're doing.
heaving with exertion.
Stop.
It's what you were doing though.
That is exactly what you're doing. I don't know what your problem is. Why are you making it weirdly sexual, Andrew?
So I'll
Christ.
wake up, I guess, then,
Okay, yep.
and I'll just look
Your
at
eyes are
it.
gold.
Like, I know Hibaro. My eyes are
Are your
gold.
eyes-
I'm notably gold.
Yep.
And I would suppose as you pick up the book, it's still got the same dust jacket on it. Do you inspect it?
Hello? Someone sending a text message?
Uh, Swear to Christ. Better be mugging me right now. Haber would just look down at Feynman. Selenate, damn you! And just take the book and walk off with it back towards the cave to go get Wicked.
Is Sabata still there?
Yes.
I'll just like lock eyes with Sabata, and I'll be like, "He's an angry one."
He's very cranky. Not even Arashi gets that cranky.
God, I wish Craig was here because this would have been so great with him.
He would have had some problems.
He has been missed, unfortunately, this session.
Yeah.
This would have been gold.
Mhm.
It takes you about 15 minutes to angrily stalk back down through the ferns and undergrowth and grasses. You trip on a couple of slippery sticks that were broken off of the trees and muttering angrily to yourself as you make your way back to the cave. While you've been waiting, because it has been roughly 45 minutes now for you, Wicked, of your situation has occurred. You were punched in the face and now you're lying in the dirt.
Do you take a short rest to regain the HP?
I mean, I haven't technically lost any HP. My mushrooms have absorbed all damage that I've taken so far.
Yes,
I've been
because
mushed.
if you remember, she was in the mushroom armor.
Although it would
I
have
th-
worn off by now because it only.
I
lasted
thought you would have
Yes.
wanted to take damage for the character bit though. To be like snapped out of it, but I guess you just got rattled in your armor.
Yeah.
And then it vanished. But yes, you are sitting in the dirt. While you're continuing to wait, what do you do, Wicked?
She just sort of hugs her knees, sort of idly trying to push the ash together to a vaguely dragon-shaped pile.
The problem with this is there's a giant crack now where the dragon used to be, and a lot of the ashes have fallen down into the crevasse.
He's losing ashes.
Havas.
And that's where you find her, Habaru, huddling in the dragon ashes. Her clothes look sooty. She's got these oily smears from the burnt flesh and dust. Her hands are covered in black soot. And yeah, she's just hugging her knees with the drowned one standing nearby. And yes, where the dragon had been is a giant split in the earth.
One could say a crevasse.
A crevasse, yes. Like a rift torn into the dirt. It's not a glimmering or a shimmering rift, so we're okay.
Cravash, I hardly know her. I will go join.
Steve would be proud, Andrew. Steve would be proud.
He did invent that joke, so watch your turn.
Oh, excuse me. He'll sue me with his funds from his Steve Man collection merchandise.
Look, you joke about that, but he will. Like, I would. You're on thin ice, buddy.
Ooh.
Okay, continue. Continue. You have found Wicked in a dirt
I
pile.
will join her and sit down next to her. Hey,
Hey,
sorry, I ran off. Had to chase down a moron. He's back to being fine, man. I got the book.
I knew you'd come back. Sorry for not helping with that. Just wanted to try helping here.
What happened?
But I think I made it worse. Broke it.
With
I just
the
wanted to
fuckery
put it back
that
together.
her fireman, whatever that was doing, how much that was actually on you? It's impossible
At least
to
this
say.
part. She says, looking at the crack in the ground.
What happened with that?
Something happened. There was a little plant. She looks around. Is it still there?
Nope.
Tiny little shiny plant. Surging with magic. I wanted to help. I wanted to put her back together. I didn't want. Uh, I didn't want Everest to think I did this, so I reached out and touched, and it felt like it found something in me. Then the ground split, and someone was calling to saying that we needed to break the world and heal it. And that fuck, what was the name?
Kaldaya.
That's good, that's in character. Uh fuck, what was the name? Kel Keldeo Keldaya. Keldaya was awakening. And really kind, comforting voice. I felt so safe. But I knew better. I'm not that lucky. So my mind was pretty clouded, but I used what was left of it to have, I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call you. She says, looking at the drowned one.
How about Steve? He looks like a Steve.
I don't know if we should be
No,
offended or not.
no, it's a stupid name. Who'd ever have that name?
Yeah.
Shout outs to all the Steves out there.
Except one.
Shout out to, yeah, except one Steve. Michael.
Okay.
Sure. Mikey. Mikey.
Oh, hell yeah.
I had Mikey slug me across the face and knock me away from it. Sort of rubs her cheek.
Oh, well. Sorry, you had to get punched in the face, but I'm proud of you. What's worth.
Me too. I feel like I wouldn't have been able to do that when we first met. So she looks at the book. He didn't get away?
Well, unless he's run off while he was in the cart, which that's a real problem, but I didn't want to leave you here by yourself. Slash.
He just went back to the cart?
Went back to the cart and took a fucking nap. So
That's weird.
That's unfortunately Feynman behavior. I'm gonna have
But
some of the witch queens look at him because he is now a problem more than he was.
why didn't he just... There's no way we could have caught him once he got distance. Why didn't he just go? Why didn't he just fly away? Does he need something?
I think there's more to this than what we're seeing right now.
Did he give a lot of resistance for the book?
No? Yanked it out of his pocket, walked back here, didn't even try to stop me.
That seems worth noting. Did it look like he was close to changing again?
Yeah. Well, no, he wasn't look like he was gonna change, but that's kind of worrying. Uh I I won't ask you why. Of why you feel the way you do with the Witch Queens. If you want to talk about it, I'm always here to listen. But uh how do you feel if you met one of the gods? Like one of the weirder ones?
Another one?
Yeah. Well, an actually nice one. Selena's retired, so I mean, no, I won't put her on that bucket list or that tier list, even though she should be, but like in parentheses. But like, no, an active, respected god.
Like who?
Auntie, I get the feeling we might run into her back in town.
She like tenses severely when you say the word auntie.
Not Eris, Chaos Maiden. I why wolf water is so freaking weird compared to the rest of the world. But no, she's all right. Maybe be careful of any of the cookies she gives you because you might end up with different colored body parts, but it's all in giggles.
I'm familiar with such things.
Yeah. But no, she's nice. She's just my aunt by title. She's technically not even related to the Glass Crowns. Yeah, she still calls them as part of her family.
I don't know.
And if you don't have to, you don't have to meet her. I can tell her to leave you alone. She may not even be there. I just thought I would give you the heads up.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
No problem. Let's get back to the cart and see if Feynman has done Feynman things while we've been away.
All right, Sabato, what are we doing?
Before you do,
Sorry, real quick. While you were talking, Wicked has been. She has actually taken out her water, I guess, water bottle, and poured out some of the soot and dirt in the ground, and
yeah,
I assume clay maybe.
Yep.
And she has been molding and working it, and she's sort of shaped it into the shape of a sleepy little dragon. And she's just gonna do I have she's gonna just pluck a leaf out of her hair and put it on there.
okay.
Put it on the little dragon figurine. And she's gonna stand up. Alright. Shall we?
We shall.
As you go to get up, Habaru, roll me a perception.
17.
You get this feeling that as you're standing there, as you get up, give me a second. I'm trying to simultaneously brain and not brain and talk. As you're standing there, you get this sense of just something gets your attention amongst the ashes. Uh, it's just where some sunlight is streaming in, and something just manages to catch your eye like light glinting off metal.
Where is it?
Um,
Like in
where
the
there where there's an opening, where the dragon was laying, there was like a back opening to this cave, and there was uh obviously wind, like airflow could come through there, but also a small amount of light, um, be it sunlight or moonlight, where basically when the dragon would lay here, it would be bathed in whatever light, given whatever time of day it was. And that light is hitting the ashes in such a way that makes you think that there's something buried in amongst them.
I will poke at it with my metal fingers.
You dig through the dirt and you come across, as you uncover, move the ashes aside, it is brushed off of uh, just a small circular metal brooch. Uh, it seems to have a crescent moon on it with uh, a number of small milky blue glowing gemstones. It is all cupped around this crescent moon is cupped around what appears to be a larger milky blue stone. Um, and in the light that you're holding it, it does seem to give off a very faint blue moonlight like glow.
Mhm.
Okay. I will look it over. Is there anything that kind of stands out to me about this object?
It's shaped like a moon.
Okay. Never mind. Uh, I'll put it in my pocket, I guess.
It does seem to kind of glow even though there is light hitting it, it does seem to glow from within all of the gemstones, which, interestingly enough, you've got the one big milky gemstone that looks like a full blue moon, but the smaller gemstones around it, there seems to be 10 a cluster of 10 different gemstones, which is a rather interesting choice,
Okay.
particularly when it comes to the moon itself.
I will put it in my pocket to get it identified later. And help Wicked up and be on our way.
Okay. You get up. You leave.
Uppies.
You make your way out of the cave, up through the foliage, back to the wagon. Sabata and Habaru, what have you been... Not Habaru. Habaru, you're down with Wicked. Sabata and Feynman, what have you been doing while this has happened?
Feynman's probably starving.
You cannot be heard, my Clint.
This one time, Rash, I accidentally made his outfit pink, and I told him it was a training exercise for stealth.
That did happen. Yes. Man went around with a pink uniform for, I think, about a month and a half.
So I imagine we're sitting around a campfire. I'm cooking up
Oh, you've
some
made a
food,
campfire?
and
Okay.
It's still morning time, isn't it?
yeah, but I'm cooking food. So I just made fire
Could have breakfast.
with which
Fair
to
enough.
cook.
We had breakfast.
Or second breakfast, then.
Has that ever stopped Feynman before?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You've
You know what? Doesn't sound
Feynman, what
convenient.
food have you decided to use? You've got your
Mm.
MREs that were left in the wagon.
We ran out of the duck because we eat the duck
You did eat the
and the
duck
crow.
and the crow.
What kind of man is Sabata? Would we go foraging, or is Sabata more of a eat the MREs kind of guy?
Well, he doesn't know you've got MREs. He doesn't know what MREs are.
Well, I guess I would have asked him, "Do you want to find
Sabata
food,
has
or do you
whatever
want some of
rations he's
this?"
got from the past.
Yeah.
Can
So
we eat
some
his
solid
past
milk.
rations?
He's got solid milk. He's got some hardtack, some nuts, and some dried meat.
Yep.
Dried
Solid
fruit.
milk. I understand you're trying to say cheese, but don't say that.
No, this is solid milk.
God,
Yes.
makes me wretch.
Would you like to try some of this solid milk?
Yeah, we'll sample his Depression era platter, I suppose.
It is a cloth wrapped milk block, quite crumbly and crevicey, but it's been aged for a nice amount of time. It's got a nice yellow color to it. It's got a nice vintage snap to the flavor.
Well, technically, it's very vintage now.
Insanely vintage.
A little bit. It is really. Okay, so you
Does
guys
it
are eating.
taste like time travel?
What does time travel taste like?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
It's
I
a
don't
bit
know.
tangy.
Whiskey taste to it.
It's a little tangy.
Little
Got a bit
tangy,
of that zip.
Yeah. Zip.
Almost like yogurt, but not quite.
Stop.
Incidentally, Sabata also does have a collection of like a little pot of ricotta, and he's got a little tub of yogurt, and you've got some dried fish as well, some hot smoked trout,
It's
A
all on
little
the
bit
menu.
little bit of pocket bacon.
A little bit of pocket bacon. Is it like bacon bits? Those hyper processed like fake bacon, or is it like
Oh, it's really crispy bacon that is in bits now.
does it
Yeah.
fit in his pocket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the ratio of bacon to lint?
It's a good
1 to
7,
1.
8.
One seals in the flavor.
Your question, your question,
I'm
your
willing
question
to
should be
roll
more.
those dice.
Your question should be more. What's the ratio of bacon to gunpowder? Let's be honest.
Or cat fur. It's all mixed in there, really.
It's like trail mix.
It gives it texture.
Oh, it gives it a texture, all right.
Yeah.
It's like one of those
God.
protein balls, except the bacon is the bit holding all the bits together.
Delicious.
Protein balls.
It's a smoky bacon.
You've never had a protein ball, Andrew?
No. Why would I
They're
eat
made
a
with like
pro-
dates. They're made with like dates and coconut and nuts and stuff.
Round.
Okay,
you.
these are much more reasonable than what I thought they were gonna look like. Holy shit. Okay, thank God.
They're like a
What did
little
you
sweet
think? What did
and
you think
chocolatey.
protein bowls were going to look like?
I'm an American. I assume most food looks horrendous.
That's
No,
true.
these are actually
He's
okay.
got you there.
Okay, don't get me wrong. They can also taste like dust because they put way too much almond flour and shit in them. But yeah,
Andrew
they're not
does
too
have diplomatic immunity to like good tasting food.
I wouldn't
But
say
yes,
that.
It hurts
Wicked,
how right that is.
Wicked and Habaru, you approach as they're sitting around a fire. You can see that they had wanted to attempt to cook something, but instead they're just sitting around eating bits of cheese and bits of dried
I'm
meat.
heating my cheese and dried meat by the fire.
Oh, so Feynman
warm.
has made fondue.
Yeah.
Yep. Bacony fondue.
And this is a
Bacony,
new event
meaty.
for you, Sabata, because he's gone and got a stick and he's like cleaned it off and he's like speared some of like some bread or something on it.
Let's
I've
be
never
honest.
got to put the
There
two
was
together.
no need to clean it off with how dirty the rest of everything else is.
Either way, it's the first time Sabata's getting to eat
Yeah.
fondue. Melted cheese, Sabata.
It's like runny milk, but not.
This is the future.
Culinary delights like this have come a long way.
You've even got like a little toasting fork in your kit, which is like a little, which I'm really sad Arashi's not here because this is the first time you, Sabata, are seeing, essentially, it is a little fondue fork that has kind of been included in their like MRE kit, just so, because it's a little toasting fork, basically.
It's a very unusual fork. Arashi would like that.
Do some damage to somebody, that's what
It's
it'd
a
do.
good improvised weapon. You can get both eyes.
Oh,
And
yes,
this is
you
what
would.
this is what you come back to, Habaru and Wicked.
You
They're
come back to
sitting
me
here.
going, wow. You can get both eyes.
Zora again. Kill him.
We found him.
So Habaru, what are
Beat him up.
what are you guys doing when you see that? Yes, they seem to be having fun. I mean, no one's dead, and they seem to be eating a lot of dairy based. You don't know if Feynman is lactose intolerant or not, but you're going to find out later.
Oh, you would know by now. There's nothing anyone can do to stop him from eating dairy.
I was gonna say it doesn't matter if he's lactose intolerant, he's still gonna eat it. I hope he
Just
shits his pants in
just
the
like
morning.
Kevin real life, to be honest. I'm super lactose intolerant and I eat cheese all the time.
Conversation with somebody about this the other day that they're like, anybody who doesn't eat cheese is sad, like really sad. Even the people who can't eat cheese still eat cheese and just deal with the consequences because
It's worth
cheese
it.
is happiness.
I don't eat cheese.
That's why you're so.
and-
That's why you're so depressed, Andrew.
I just don't like cheese.
Look, Andrew, I'm telling you, you don't eat cheese and it shows.
I have given cheese a chance, alright?
Do you not put cheese on your burritos?
No. Well, like a little
Ah!
bit. Like
You eat nachos?
No, I don't like nachos.
Just,
The only cheese I ever like is mac and cheese, which barely qualifies as cheese most of the
Yeah,
time.
no, that doesn't qualify as cheese.
And cheese pizza, which again kind of doesn't qualify.
You also got to remember, I guess, it is American cheese a lot of the time.
Yes.
I assume
Oh,
you're having.
true.
Well,
you gotta
no,
come.
no,
You gotta come
I've
to
used,
Australia and
like-
have some of our good quality Australian cheese. Even our shit quality is good quality Australian cheese.
Might be a
No,
brie
it's-
or a camembert.
I've used actual cheese.
Nice vintage
Well, I think it was
cheddar.
some cheese.
Yeah,
Get him
we'll
some
do
nice
that
vintage
next time we
cheddar,
swing
the
by
man.
Australia.
See, Dusty,
Milk
we need
products
you
in
here.
Australia up there. Beef products up there. We get lamb really cheap here as
Look,
well.
we can't. We're talking to Americans. We can't talk about how good our beef products are right
Yeah.
now, considering.
We'll get tariffs.
Don't talk about your products or the prices of said products because Americans are very sad right now.
Look, you've just tanked the Australian dollar, so shut up.
Yeah. With a 10%
actually-
tariff and then another higher tariff on a fucking technically our region that no one
And then
lives in.
started a bloody trade war with our biggest, trade partner.
Hashtag winning.
Anyway,
yeah.
enough political conversation. Anyway,
Yeah,
Political
no.
discourse in my game.
no political discourse unless it's fantasy politics.
Anyways, let's go meet the head of government for this fantasy nation.
So yes, you've come back, Wicked and Harbaru, to them eating an inordinate amount of dairy products. You don't know where they've come from, but you're assuming it's probably ciabatta.
Yeah.
We should add some milk.
I'll be chipper when I see him. I'll be like, oh, hi, guys.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi, Feynman.
I did not hit her.
I did not hit her.
Oh,
I
hi,
did
Mark.
not.
Oh my god. I
Sorry, Andrew.
no
My
no.
immersion.
I love that joke. Okay.
You want some?
Sure.
He holds out a bacon ball slathered in cheese.
You know what? Never mind. I
I'm
saw what
good.
you were offering.
Oh,
Who wants
good.
a
More
cookie,
for me.
Get in the cart. Let's go.
Yeah, I need a bath.
And I.
Oh, you need a. And
need to get
Spiralist, click his fingers and you're clean.
I still want a
You feel
bath.
better.
Do me.
Again. You don't want a bath. It's full of the stinky water stuff.
A fine layer of cheese peels off Feynman.
Oh god.
Yes, and like just schlops to the ground.
Much better.
Just
Okay. Yeah. Get in the cart. Let's get going. I wanna.
Is that why he was so slippery?
Yes.
I don't want to talk
he's
about it.
greasy. We'll measure things in. How are you feeling today? I feel like I could wrestle a greased Feynman.
The Hibari never feels like that, I guess.
Not unless I'm taking
Who
my
wants a
great
cook-
sword into the ring with me.
Oh, sorry. I got really excited. You offered a cookie, and I got really excited
Yeah.
then for a second. I'm like, yes, please.
Who wants a cookie? She says, offering King's cookies.
I'll
I'll
have a cookie.
I'm good. I just
Can I have his cookie?
No, I'm
No.
I
having
don't
it.
want his cookie.
no. Wicked gets my cookie.
Okay.
Wicked's giving out the cookies.
Correct.
Wicked's
Yes,
phone,
then I'm-
Wicked's
She doesn't
phone makes
have
a
to
little.
share the cookies.
Wicked's
You-
phone
you-
makes a little chime, and you can see from like the little message of just from King saying, "Hope you have a great day and that you slept well. Thinking of you."
Oh my god, this dude's so thirsty. Chill out, man. Not even been 48 hours.
Wicked is lapping it up.
Look, because you give me a cookie, I give you one of these. Then he hands a spliff over to her.
Hands of what?
A spliff.
Spliff.
Oh. She doesn't even.
Drugs.
Not even.
He hands her drugs.
You smoke it.
Oh god, no.
Is it lit or
Oh,
unlit?
It's unlit.
Oh, it's gonna be pretty lit in here in a minute, though.
Before you do that, get in the cart, We're going.
Okay. It's good stuff. No, it honestly is. It's from a priest.
It is. Oh shit! I
Bodily
forgot.
dragging people into the cart.
I
I
feel like
forgot.
we're in
Yeah,
the
you
cart.
guys
We'll
met
just
the
be in the
stoner
cart.
priest.
Yep.
Okay.
we're in
I
the
am
cart.
moving the cart.
Okay,
And,
you back the cart up and turn it around.
All right. She's like
All aboard.
looking at her phone. She's sli- she's looking at her phone. She's typing away. Slept great. Mission accomplished. On our way back. He like pauses for a sec. She's really debating. She's really thinking. And she goes, XOXO.
Oh my god. I like the violent, like, not mood swings, but like the tone changes that Wicked can have. Of I'm being tortured by my past. Oh, there's this cute boy. I truly appreciate it.
And without even looking, she
You
puts this
get back a blushing face emoji. There's a pause and another like two lowercase XX back.
So you can do these message things all the time. It doesn't exhaust you or anything like that.
Huh? It certainly doesn't.
Oh, I have to get one of them.
She
And
has
one
taken this
Varashi.
and lit it.
It does require power. It just not runs off of you.
Not
It
yet.
can typically don't have it. Don't be your own battery. That's bad. Typically, they can run to like 48 hours between charges
Interesting.
if you don't use them too much.
And Wicked uses it pretty intensively, so.
Does Wicked carry like a mobile battery charger?
Well, this is the thing. They're powered by ether crystals.
So just carry
Aether
around spare
crystals.
crystals.
So realistically, they only need to be charged once a week, basically.
Oh, okay.
And they
Because
don't
I'm not putting I'm not putting the limitations of this quest can only happen in D&D after we've charged our phones. I'm not doing that.
We're not going anywhere. I've only got 1%, and we're fighting over the charger already.
Get your own outlet.
Then some gremlin fucking kobold goes and puts stickers of outlets everywhere.
Okay,
Which one of us
moving the
has-
cards.
Which one of us has the charger that's on life support?
Because it's been chewed through by something. Yeah.
Probably by Feynman.
Oh,
No,
God.
Arashi
I
has
don't
it
even know
'cause
if I have a
Sabata's been
phone
chewing
any
on the
longer.
cord.
No,
You don't.
Feynman doesn't have a phone because it got eaten
Oh.
by the last change.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a
I
farmer. I
stopped
don't need a
buying-
phone.
Yeah, I stopped buying Feynman phones because I knew.
I would
what was
argue
gonna happen.
heavily against that, Kevin, but okay.
If they
Knowing several farmers.
if Arashi had a phone, the charger would be chewed and ruined from Sabata's chewing on the cord.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I live in Habaru's
Oh.
village. There's like 8 people there. I don't need a fucking phone.
There's not just 8 people there.
I thought there was no service there as well.
There's no real service, no.
Yeah, so I
That's
wouldn't
not
have
great.
a phone. I don't need a phone there.
Which begs the question that King has literally been hiking out to this hill just to sit on top of it just so he can message Wicked.
I'd prefer to
I mean-
think that he spent an exuberant amount of money on like a
Yeah.
mobile repeater for his phone.
Probably.
He's like, no,
Okay.
I can't even wait for the hike. I've got to be in contact constantly.
You can
'Cause
actually see the tower.
if I stop messaging her, she'll forget that I exist.
The sisters are gonna sit him down and go, "Hey, listen, we know you like her, but look at this phone bill we got. I know we're royalty, but you're gonna bankrupt us."
For Wicked, the world. I would spend my last dollar.
And then Habaru's.
Yeah, probably. You
Oh
know
my
what?
God.
To just so that this can happen, he would sell Habaru.
Oh my god. Uh,
But yes, so
anyways.
you are in the wagon. You are traversing your way back to the bridge. Are you stopping
All
at
is
the
well.
Are you stopping at the chicken sign?
No. Not even hesitating. We go right by it. We're ignoring it.
Damn it.
We're going to the bridge.
Are you wicked? Are you ignoring it? I mean, you have
We
been
can text
smoking
right now.
steadily since you got in the wagon.
I mean, she'll look at it, but then she'll go back to her phone.
Okay. Damn it. The chickens are right there.
I know.
And I fear them.
Cowards.
And they can smell that fear.
You make your way across you make
Cowards.
your way back across the bridge. The camp when you get to the other side, the campsite this time is empty. It is
Oh. Does it look like a bunch of people have gone through here recently? Because I remember one of the things I did do before we left the session, or before we left the temple, was I did message, um, message, uh, both Conry and Selena, and saying, "Hey, there's a bunch of confused, misguided cultists here. They need help. Can you send someone? Question mark."
Also, I think you asked somewhere to be evacuated recently, right?
Yeah, this place essentially.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I had also sent about the water issue.
Yes.
Yeah, so there was that,
Um,
and then also you told old mate to spread the
Yeah,
word.
he
The
should.
guy we ran into.
You do see that there is a patch of the riverbank that has been cordoned off with tape, like red and white striped tape that is kind of like cordoned off, like don't swim here kind of thing. You do see that signs have been erected that water treatment tablets do need to be used in this area, um, effective until a date, some 2 months away. But you also notice that there seems to be no signs of the crabs anymore.
Good, dickheads. Okay, that is good to know. Hate that crab. Let's go back to Wolfwater.
You keep trekking through the woods, a little less adventurously this time because there's no little crabs trying to fight you, Hubbaroo, and trying to get into your shit. You get this eerie sense that settles over you as you're looking around at everything. As you look around, you start to see broken trees, cracks in the ground. As you look around at your party, you see shadows that seem to overlay them. Feynman, you seem to see his scales have changed to a dull gold. Um, when every now and then, when he blinks, you swear you see his eyes turn slightly red. But when you look again, they appear to be completely normal. Wicked seems to have this skeletal mask that sits over her face, while you notice that a light seems to be shining and radiating from her that seems to be lighting her from within, this slightly greenish glow that seems to suffuse down her arms, um, from her chest. Um, you notice that Sabata does there's something odd about his smile as he's talking and whatnot. Every now and then you swear that you can see him staring at you, giving you this eerie rictus grin out of the corner of your eye, and as you turn to look, he's not even looking at you. He's talking with Wicked or, just kind of chatting away or tinkering with something. But every time you look away, you kind of get this impression that it's just watching you. And the further and further you get away from, Wolfhaven and the coastline, you start to realize that you are feeling there's this kind of feeling that you're being tugged back in the opposite direction.
In the direction towards the prophet.
Yes.
Okay.
Congratulations, you're going crazy.
Um,
Haha, Wicked, you've got red eyes.
What? No.
Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah, this is the really good shit. It is just straight weed too. Like, but it's like really good quality weed.
Not bad. Not bad
is
at
this
all.
the stuff that like it makes you feel really good, but it smells like ass?
No.
Okay, thank
A
Christ.
priest at this temple was just like, I've got a lot of problems. I'm really stressed. So I get really good quality joints made and I just keep them and I offer them to people when they're stressed out. He's like a high priest of a religion somewhere.
Yeah, he's
It's
a
like
high priest, all right.
meditation.
He calls it meditation. Yeah.
Wicked seems to have a very high tolerance for this sort of stuff, so she seems to be taking a while to settle in for her despite its quality.
Yeah. God, if we ever see Sabata on some of the drugs that Wicked tries.
I mean, he was on it for like 30 minutes with the
Oh,
tea.
anything that's going to give him the zoomies is going to be absolutely hell.
we don't need another bunny shark incident, thank you.
We do not need another bunny shark incident. No.
Oh. Another time.
Another time, yes. But eventually, you can hear the sounds of, a town as you are breaking through the forest, as it starts to thin, knowing that you are almost back at Wolfwater. Couldn't think of the name for a second then. Yes, the trees have started to thin. You start to see patches of farmland. You can hear people going about their days, the bellows of cows and bleats of sheep, as well as just the general sounds of a township that's happening. As you get closer to the town, um, Habaru, for the first time, you start to become aware that as you break through the tree line towards the town, this is the first time you've ever noticed it, but there is this shining silver moonlit orb, like half orb dome over the entirety of the town. As you drive through it, you feel this shiver of magic pass over you as something in that magic you feel it questioning you for a moment, almost with a slight bite to it. You can feel it kind of hook some claws into you, but as it kind of quests over you, it seems to recognize you, and you feel those hooks unlatch, and you pass through completely unharmed.
Okay.
We wait as Andrew types. Where are you heading, Halberu?
Yeah, I would assume towards the to the Witch Queen's home then
Okay.
to go report our success. All right. Wicked, I'll do you a favor. I am gonna go deal with the Witch Queen. Why don't you go find King and de-stress for a little bit?
Huh? Oh yeah, sure, I could do that.
Save you the
She's in like
headache.
3 more of the cookies.
You're eating those kind of fast.
This is good stuff. All right.
All right.
Oh, I've run out of bacon bits.
At that moment, you pass by the tavern, and there is a smell of cooking meat.
I jump out.
No, no, no,
Hey,
no,
good
no.
David. You-
Too late. He's gone.
No,
Hey,
I need you.
I'll catch
I need you.
later.
Come back.
Hey,
Come back.
catch you later. And he runs.
No, you. Feynman, you're not fucking going anywhere.
But the tavern.
No.
But there's food in there.
I'll get you more food later.
All right, but you're paying.
Fine. And
I'll stay.
I guess I will park the cart outside the lady's house and drag Feynman inside.
How do you park it?
Okay.
Reverse parallel?
I pull up to the side of the house and winch the horse.
As you winch the horse,
That was a good joke.
so we'll assume that Arashi has followed Sabata in the shadows. So it's Feynman and Habaru, then, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, so Wicked's run off. Sabata's run off.
As you you're standing there hitching the horse up. Roll me a perception, Habaru.
Wicked is like on her phone typing, like where you at? We're back. But her grammar has
He
taken
sends
us.
you just get a picture back of him standing in front of the giant crab, holding up a peace sign. Like,
Her grammar has taken a turn.
Habaru, as you're hitching up the horses, you notice a swirl of purple skirts and dark hair strolling past that seems to backtrack. Oh, I didn't realize you were going to be back today. How did you go? You turn to look and you realize it's Lavana, also known as Weaver.
Yes. Bunch of bullshit happened. I need to talk to you and to Selena.
What kind of bullshit?
I am now cursed with terrible knowledge, and I mean that word for word.
Oh. You've been cursed to only
With
find
terrible
bad
knowledge.
avocados?
No, like I see people's horrific fates and visions.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, it's. I don't like seeing it. It's kind of making me anxious to be around people and to see things. Also, he's broken. And I
He
point
looks
to
fine
Feynman.
to me. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't get your name before. Do you need some healing or anything like that? Because I'm happy to help if you need it.
What would I roll to inspect myself? Can I just roll like a medical?
You could, I mean, you can roll a medicine or you can
I'm
just
gonna
say
like
whether
just
you.
look at myself because
Do you
he
feel
said I'm
burnt?
broken, so I'm trying to figure out what's broken with me. At an 8, I think I'm broken. I'm like, dear God,
Immediately convinced.
fix me, please.
Well, of
Goes from
course, I'm happy.
completely calm and fine
It's
to
all right. All right. It's all right. All right. We can
All right.
take you inside and have a look over you and make sure you don't have any ouchies or anything like that, okay? I'm sure everything will be fine.
Is
But
Eris in town?
no, she stopped by a few days ago. But before you left, but uh, did you need to talk to her? Because I know that
Yes.
Selena was saying that she would come and get her to intervene with, you know, your injuries that you had before.
Yeah. No, I probably do need to talk to her.
I mean, I can certainly organize to get her here. I'm happy to do that for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, let's.
Did you also need some help, kind of like when you say you're seeing people's fates and stuff? Are you seeing like word for word, like this is exactly what's going to happen, or are you seeing esoteric kind of prophecies or things like that? Like,
Esoteric, but it's all incredibly depressing, and I think it's just like a possibility of what could happen, but it's like one of the worst possibilities.
well, I'm really good at deciphering things like that. If you want some help, kind of figuring it out and stuff, I could
Uh,
show you some books in the library that might help.
Maybe, but let's go inside. We need to deal with him first,
Of
and then
course.
yeah.
I'll be
Wait,
there,
it's
just like, please. I'll put an arm on Habaru's shoulder and I'll be like, I don't know if I'll make it.
She
Violet's
she
like, I
comes
don't feel
over,
broken,
Lavana
but he
comes
seems
over
very
and
confident.
takes you by the arm and pats you very gently, like, motheringly, like, "Now come on, it'll be alright. You'll be alright, let's go." You know, funny thing about this, my family has got some special armor that was enchanted by my auntie that every time you say that word, that gets colder and colder. Now ain't that amazing? As she's leading
What,
you into the house.
what word?
Is all right, all right,
Alright,
all
alright,
right.
alright.
Ah,
Every
okay.
time you say it, the armor gets colder.
Yeah, except mm, okay, never mind. This is Andrew knowledge, not Habaru knowledge.
She's, like, just trying to distract you, Feynman, as she leads you into the house. She leads you through the whole house to a very nice, very rustic country kitchen. It's got a really big wooden workbench, and you can see that there's stools there, that have this lovely plush worn velvet on it. And she sits you down and she goes and gets, what appears to be a big leather brown medical bag, and she kinda sits you down and puts a plate of cookies next to you as well as, it takes her a couple minutes, but she also makes you a mug of hot chocolate to dip the cookies in.
This is doing a lot for Feynman, to be honest.
He's
He's
feeling
pretty
better
calm.
already.
He's feeling pretty good. He's
Getting the
stopped noticing that he's so hurt.
Hopper will text on his phone. We found a dead dragon. Ahura absorbed the dragon. Some of the chains holding Ahura broke. Also claims it's not just Ahura inside Feynman, and he'll show the phone to Lavana.
She looks at it. "I see.
Yeah,
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun."
yeah, and there's some other bullshit as well.
Uh
Eris pulled Roland.
Eris pulled a what do you mean Auntie pulled a grandpa?
Well, more like she pulled a Selene. She
This
ripped
making
two
less
idiots.
sense.
She ripped two guys out of their timeline and sent them to here.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah, and just except now there's two of them instead of one. Like
And that's
Roland the
bad
Bowman,
why?
it's not bad, but it's just these are actual people from our timeline. I don't like timeline magic or time magic. It just
Well, originally, Grandpa was part of this timeline too, except he created a paradox
yeah.
because he joined Auntie and they changed the future. And then somehow caused the same kind of future to repeat itself, but there were changes. It's not necessarily always going to be bad, and I would assume coming from the past to the future would actually be a good thing rather than the other way around.
Unless they take the knowledge of the future to the past, then fuck up the future.
Are they really bad people? Are they really bad people, sir? She turns to you. Feynman.
Yeah, I'm overhearing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're having the conversation next to you.
All right, yeah. Well, like you'll turn and see Feynman. with crayons and like
Crayons?
paper. I assume she gave me like the same shit she gives kids. And I'll
Yeah,
be
she did.
drawing me, a gold dragon man with a cat, and I'll be like, nah, they're good. I made a new friend. One of them's made of fur. He's really nice and has cheese.
What about the
And
other
it'll
one?
be the drawing's just me in a very crude Sabata.
Meanwhile, Harbury, your phone gives off an alert message, and it's just in all caps going, "I'm gonna see you soon. What do I do?" Just question marks.
He'll reply, "Bring cookies."
He
But
gives it
you could
this
take out our party, right? Like what? You could take out 3/5 of our party with cookies.
at this point, yeah.
Don't say 3/5.
I feel like with enough time and a pack of Tim Tams, I could probably con Wicked out of anything.
Ugh, God.
So, okay, so they might take it back in the past, but
It's. I'm not gonna worry about that. That is a problem for not me, because at this point I got enough on my plate. I'll choose what to worry about.
oh, you're really busy at the moment.
I am cursed with terrible knowledge. The person who I need to kill to get rid of knowledge is in that direction. And he'll point specifically in that direction.
Well, that's certainly an adventure.
Unfortunately.
But, I mean, you're happy though, right?
Not at all.
Oh,
There's a lot of bullshit going on. It's stressing me out.
I mean, but you're at least happier than you were here, right?
Yes and no. Because I didn't suffer this bullshit while I was in this town, let me tell you that. But I guess I'm happy I'm doing something. Even if it is irritating the shit out of me.
I guess that's something.
Yeah, I'm
That's a
taking
really
myself
nice
a break.
picture, sir. You're a wonderful drawer.
I'm gonna
And
put this on the
I've
fridge.
I've looked you over, and from what I can tell, you do have a few little burns here and there. You must have gotten into an awful tussle. Let me heal those right up for you.
She like rests her hands on you and casts Cure Wounds. She gets you back up to full health.
I'm feeling good.
Now, is there anything else I can do to help you feel better?
Wait, let me restore my HP. I have all my key points. I don't think there's anything that fundamentally. Let's see. 16? Yeah, and she even fixed that weird thing with my hands. When I did this, it used to click, and now it's fine.
Seeing that you
Arthritis
seem to
is
be in
gone.
much better spirits, she goes,
Give me a second. I got something that will make this all better. And absolutely 100%. If there's anything left, this will make you feel 100% better. Okay?
My gingivitis is gone.
she leaves the room for a moment. You hear a scrabbling sound of what appears to be some kind of footsteps on the wooden floorboards outside. Just an amalgamation, a rush and a tumble of noise of something kind of a medium-sized something, like, rushing towards her, and she picks it up, and she comes in. You assume it's a puppy, but it is a pretty
Oh,
big puppy. It is a ball of fur of just this longish, shaggy brown hair, big floppy ears with like little white on the ends of his paws. He's got like these little white socks, and he's just got the cutest little puppy face. You can see that he's going to be a relatively big dog, as this is essentially a Bernese mountain dog. Eventually, and she brings it over to you, and she goes, "Now here you go. Hold this."
Hell yeah. I'll take this in both arms very carefully.
This is Seeker.
He looks up at you and licks your face.
Ah, Seeker. I hardly know. I will be very
Andrew, how
with this
happy are
dog.
you right now?
He looks pretty happy.
Yeah.
Does Habaru look at this dog with like some sort of like familiarity or like?
Do I recognize this dog?
You've been gone a number of months, so no, this is a relatively new addition to the family.
Damn. Doesn't even know his own dog.
It's not my dog.
Not with that attitude, it isn't.
Oh, did old man Willow finally have those puppies he was talking about?
Yeah, they had a family of about 6. We got to name them all. We got Seeker, Trapper, Luna, and there's one we haven't decided to name yet because we just can't find a name that seems to fit him yet. But
You
he seems to get into all sorts of trouble. But I swear he's going to be the smartest dog I ever did know.
you have a dog you haven't named yet? How old is he?
They're probably only like 16 weeks or so. He's probably only 16 weeks old. He's not a very old puppy.
Okay. I've never raised a dog, so I wouldn't know.
These are big puppies, though. I can certainly introduce him to you if you want. I mean, I know you're not in any place to be, taking a dog with you and everything. And from what you're saying, you've got a lot on your plate. So,
And on my mind, yeah.
but sometimes things are easier when you've got a friend, you know?
Yeah.
Besides,
It is what it is.
My grandfather used to say, every good ranger needs a good companion.
Oh.
I'll lean to Habaru and I'll be like, Habaru, I'm not responsible enough for a dog.
this is Kevin going, "Oh shit, she might actually get him. Fuck, abort."
It's Feynman in a uncommon sense of self-reflection.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Don't worry. I'm more than aware. Okay. Well, let's go talk shop with Selena, have the rundown of everything if she's free right now. I guess I should say. I shouldn't just assume.
I'm sure she can make time for us to be free. It's not like she actually does much around here.
Yeah, but I know she comes here to kind of get away from all the duties of state, and I'm kind of bringing a bunch of bullshit home.
Nothing we haven't dealt with before, let's be honest.
Oh, if you've dealt with this before and you haven't told me, I would be very upset.
You've been to the family library, right?
Yeah, but as I'm sure King would love to tell you, I spend more time with my swordplay than studying books.
He does spend a lot of time playing with his sword.
If you weren't holding the puppy right now, I would smack you.
Luckily, I'm holding this puppy. Maybe we should get the dog. Right, holding him.
Strap into my
All right.
chest.
Well,
While you were all studying the family's history, I was jacking off.
all right. All right, all right, all right. Well, if you need, Habaru, do you need to like clean up or anything before you go see Selena, or you
No,
want
I
something
don't.
to eat, or
No, I want to do this first while I'm lucid.
oh, okay. Uh, yeah, I can take you to Selena, and then I'll go let Auntie Eris know that you need to talk to her.
Yeah.
Um, it was good seeing you, Habaru.
Good to see you as well, bud.
She picks up her bag and leaves without thinking about taking the puppy too. She just takes her bag and you hear her go down the hallway, knock on the door to one of the officers, and you hear a muttered conversation, and she kind of yells back, "She's ready whenever you are."
All right, come on, hero, bring the dog.
Should we put the dog back in the room it came from?
No, bring the dog.
I don't know if this dog's toilet trained. I don't want to
He looks up at you and
move
licks
it.
you again.
Could you really put down this dog?
I could put down
Like
this
on the
dog.
ground, not down.
Look, I'll be honest. I'm flexible. I can do both.
Don't.
It's an imaginary dog, Andrew. I have no feelings. I just met it.
Touche.
Yeah, but just,
What am I going to be like? Oh no, that dog I never met died.
it'll matter to me.
It'll matter
Okay.
to you? Okay, fair enough.
Just
I
come on.
forgot Habaru had feelings. I apologize.
Oh no, this is not Habaru. This is Andrew.
Andrew has deep feelings for this dog.
Same difference.
But yeah, come meet the High Queen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Out of character. You
Okay.
sure that's wise?
Meanwhile,
Unfortunately, yes.
across town, Wicked, you have headed towards what is now known as the crab pond.
Yep, she has.
Um, as you approach, you see that there is a lovely red and white check picnic blanket on one of the very grassy hills, and you can see what appears to be like 3 or 4 plates that seem as you get closer, you start to realize that these 4 plates have all different kind of cookies on them. You can see chocolate chip, you can see, um, chocolate crinkle cookies, you can see lemon shortbread, um, you can see that yeah, he's gone wild. There is dozens upon dozens of cookies, and what appears to be a teapot. It looks like a ceramic teapot just over a little bowl of, witchlight flame.
Oh man, I spoiled my appetite. She takes a long drag of the spliff. That's better.
As you, walk over, you see that, um, you you see that King is standing by there's like a little outcropping of rocks, and he's kinda standing next to it, and he kinda looks up, he sees you, he looks at the cookies. You see a moment where he hesitates, where he's like, "Do I lean against the rocks and look cool? Do I stand there?" You see a moment where he, like, rubs his hands together like he's trying to think about what to do, and then he's like you see the moment it clicks, and he's like, "No, do something." So he just starts walking towards you, but, like, kind of awkwardly. He's like he doesn't wanna go too fast, he doesn't wanna go too slow, so it becomes this awkward kind of saunter.
This
Wicked
is your man's Wicked?
Wicked is strutting up, not a care in the world, as the as the joint has finally really kicked in. Got a good most of the way through it. She like looking him in the eyes, licks her fingers and snuffs it out. It's stuffs it in her pocket.
Uh, Wicked, I'm a nice to see. It's really good to see you today.
Hey,
Hey, uh,
is this all for me?
yeah, I knew you were coming back to town today, and uh, you said you were really enjoying the cookies, so I kind of figured that I'd get you a sample of some of the cookies that Songbird makes and stuff, and see if you like any of the other cookies. And you know, I thought that we could, try some different things. I mean, cookies. To see if you like all of the things that Wolf Water has to offer.
Oh, that's real. That's sweet. It's
Well,
really
you're
sweet.
sweet.
Oh, she like stumbles forward a bit and like leans on him. That's really nice.
He supports you and he gently leads you over to the blanket and carefully sits you down. I didn't know what you'd like to drink with it, because the last thing I'd hate is, if you got thirsty or, some of the cookies if they were too dry or anything. So I've got hot chocolate, but I can also get, like, tea. I've got, and he goes to behind the rock, and he also brings out, um, 2 bottles. I got a bottle of wine. I know it's early. I didn't know if you were, you know, uh, or whatnot, but I got wine and I got some whiskey too. I didn't know what you wanted. I can if you just
She
want
puts
water,
her
I can get.
finger over his lips. Hot Chucky.
You watch as his eyes go really big and wide, his pupils kinda dilate a little bit. You watch as his throat actively works as he just gulps, and he pours you a hot chocolate in a mug. He hands it to you.
Yeah, she takes it. She holds it. She it seems to be soaking in the warmth, and she drinks it. Well, it's still very hot, but it doesn't seem to have any trouble with it.
You can see in the distance the giant crab is just kind of, like, luxuriating and sunbathing in the pond.
Mm. Still mad at you, but can't really care at the moment.
Mad at me? Did I do something wrong?
Huh? Oh, no. Crab.
I suppose that makes sense.
Man,
Uh,
what a shit show.
was it really bad?
Uh, Honestly, it went a lot better this time. But a lot of feelings this time. I couldn't really put up with it. So,
She like has the joint in her hands again. She like rolls it between her fingers.
picked up some new friends, though. Which
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
noticed
happy
you
about.
had a couple of different, new party members when you came back into town.
Always happy to make friends.
Yeah, I understand that. It's kind of hard when everyone knows who you are and always wants something from you, so I can understand that.
Ah,
You must get a
yeah.
lot of that because, you're like really famous and stuff.
Uh, yeah. Although, honestly, really like the spotlight. I like the attention. I like feeling seen. Never happened to me before.
Huh. I guess that's probably part of why Habaru wanted to leave. It's hard being friends with, someone like me. I wish I could give you all the attention I get, because not that I'm bragging or anything. It's not like that. I wish I could get rid of the attention sometimes.
Hmm. Not sure I understand that. Maybe if I was more famous, I would.
I mean,
I'll be
when
honest.
people know you're related to a big hero of and all that kind of stuff, they start expecting things of you that, you're going to be as good as that person and live up to their legacy and stuff. People expect a lot of stuff from you.
I suppose I wouldn't know what that's like. I just lavish in the intoxicating and adoration of fans.
I mean, if I was around you, I'm sure no one would pay attention to me because, I mean, you're you. You're bubbly and funny and nice and real smart like.
Oh, I play it up for the camera.
You know what? I bet though you're the brains of this operation. I can't imagine that Habaru would be able to do this without you.
She scoots closer.
I
She
I'm really
takes a
happy.
cookie.
I'm really happy he brought you home so I could meet you. From what he was saying, everybody that he works with is real nice and everything, but I'm I'm glad that he felt comfortable enough with you guys to bring you back here to, you know,
Well, he
because if
didn't
he
have much
didn't,
of a choice.
I mean, if he didn't, I mean that could say some people would say that maybe that was fate then, that I was supposed to meet you. n- You know, I'll always be forever grateful for that.
I don't like fate. My fate was. She stops. My fate was something else. Her mood sours a bit. I like to
You know
think
what, Miss Wicked?
I.
I don't like fate either.
She eats one of the lemon shortbread cookies, like sort of flops on the ground on her back.
Mm, I ended up here because I chose to.
and because it'd be awful watching Habaru try to drag himself on this over here while he's in
Well,
half.
from what I hear, if it weren't for you, he would have been in 2 pieces still. Or worse.
Mhm. Mhm. I am pretty great.
Yeah, you are. He's sneaking furtive looks at you. He clearly doesn't wanna make the first move because he can see that you're kind of intoxicated, and he doesn't wanna be seen to be taking the advantage of you. And he can tell that you just wanna kind of chill, so he's kind of trying to give you the space to do that. Meanwhile, he's kind of glanced to one side as well, and he's looked at his phone, and he's just sent to Habaru, just in all caps, just a long stream of "Help." You're muted.
You
Glance
muted
at his
'cause
phone,
we got the
purposely ignore it.
yeah, we got that.
You
He
bastard.
types "scene" into the message.
See, duly noted and ignored. Wicked is like lying on her side, head propped up by her fist. She mage hands one of the other cookie flavors, the crinkle chocolate. Mm, I'm happy I met you too. You're very, very cool. She like boops his nose with the mage hand.
You watch as he blushes.
Mm. Man, that was a. She like stuffs the. Uh, ooh, I like the crinkle chocolate. These ones are nice. You said Songbird made these?
Yeah, she's a fantastic baker. She makes a lot of cookies, and, I mean, I didn't know when you were gonna be back, otherwise, I would've tried baking more your own, myself.
Oh yeah. She pulls out the bag that still has 3 of his cookies left. These ones are still my favorite, says she, uh, looking him in the eyes with a smile, takes a bite out of one.
The boy is flustered. He doesn't He's watching you intently as you're biting this cookie, completely at a loss as to what to do. You can see the poor boy is short-circuiting because
I don't know. I never thought I'd get this far.
yeah, pretty much. What would you like to do, Wicked?
He's gonna finish that cookie, get to work on another cookie. Mm. So, uh, what's that? Your sister, right? Uh, she shudders, thinking about his sister's. Uh, Levana,
Lavana. You can just call her Weaver.
Weaver. Gosh, speaking of all this flirty stuff, I kind of wish that I went with Habaru. Like a tiny part of me wishes I went with Habaru so I could try and prod him to acknowledge her.
Uh, yeah, She's had the biggest crush on him for the longest time, and I think he knows. I told him enough, and everyone's told him enough, but he's always been too busy. He's always been, well, I gotta study. I gotta practice my blacksmith, and I gotta, polish my sword. I gotta, leave town and find my own adventure.
Don't talk to me while I'm polishing my sword. Stop texting me. I'm busy.
Don't come in, I'm polishing my sword, please.
Jesus. I know what I did, and I don't regret it.
I mean,
Yeah,
go ahead,
he
David.
just,
Uh,
I don't know if it's just he's not interested or he's that awkward. I mean, like, I'm awkward, but he's awkwarder.
I can see you being busy an excuse now. I mean, I spent a little time for her.
Well, maybe
So
he would listen to you after all. You know, you're not as close to the situation. He might, take it a bit better rather than, her brother being weird or something.
maybe
I mean, I can't exactly go up to him and go, "Hey, you think my sister's pretty hot? She's pretty hot, ain't she?" That'd be really weird.
you.
Exactly. I can't do it. And she's not gonna do it because she's as awkward as he is. Because
Mm.
she's like, "I really like him. I wanna show him these books." And I'm like, "Lavona, he doesn't really like books that much." And she's like, "But it's got some really cool swords that he could, like, practice and stuff." And I'm like, "If you spend all your time reading the books instead of talking to him, nothing's ever gonna happen."
Mm, yeah, I can maybe push one of them to be a little more assertive with it.
Well,
Mm, Well, I'm not even sure. I mean, if Harper would give her the time, maybe. He hasn't. Who's that?
there's a
There was noises coming from the tavern. I thought I told you never
What
to
does the-
what?
What's the voice to text there?
It's just my message from Mel.
I thought I
okay.
told you to never. What
I
have you
Exactly
done?
assumed
while
it
I'm
was
What
working.
have you done?
you were working on some sort of toy in the
Man,
tavern.
this is really good stuff. That was really good. I gotta ask Sabata if he has any more. Anyway, I'm starting to hear.
you
You're starting to hear things.
look, we can see what we can do to, get them together, and if he's interested, I mean, obviously, but what about you?
I. That's enough talk about other people.
That's kind of what I was getting at. Or, uh,
Yeah, I think.
like,
Oh no. Did you? You tried your own cookies, right?
I've kind of, I, I mean, I've tried all the cookies before, but I haven't tried them today because I was busy getting them set up, and I was, you know, then you showed up, and
I mean, did you got to try the ones that you made?
I made a lot of mistakes before I got them. I'm not going to say perfect. I mean, I would have liked to have gotten them perfect for you because someone like you deserves the perfect cookie. But I mean, someone like you deserves the world, but I can't do that right now.
Hmm. Well, I accidentally, since I'm at the last one, she's like
gotten really close now, like leaning against him.
Boy
think
doesn't
I'd
know what to do.
rather
He is.
I think I'd prefer to share it with you.
She like, and she takes the cookie, and pushes it between her teeth.
He's not sure, but he go. You know what? Fine. He goes for it. He bites the cookie.
Well, there's a new term.
Meanwhile, in the tavern,
Yeah. What's the
what are you doing, Sabata?
A certain tabaxi has pulled his loot back out of his hat and started mending it. And once he's mended it, he starts to play
Oh,
for
dear
everyone in the
God.
tavern.
Yes. Okay. Roll a performance.
Does he play well?
Does he? I
Does
don't
he?
know.
We'll see. He does.
Surely.
He plays very
Huzzah.
well.
Spanish flamenco, of course.
It's great. It's lunchtime. There's a party happening in the tavern. It's great.
He's just chugging down his milk and playing.
Yep, he's got a pint of milk. He's happy. He's playing music for all the townsfolk. They're actually having a great time. It's almost turning out to be a party when Sabata, you notice that the door doesn't so much slam open, but a young woman enters looking mildly frustrated. She sees you. You watch as her eyes glare a little bit before she storms over to the bar and flops herself against it.
He'll keep playing and he'll go over. "You no need to be sad. It is a joyful occasion. Join in. Forget your worries."
How can I forget my worries if. Have you ever been in love before?
Oh, many a time I have broken many ladies' hearts, yes.
Well, there's only one person who's breaking my heart.
Would you say it's her achy breaky heart?
Yes,
And,
totally.
Who are they? Who is this fiend?
He just never notices me.
Someone as beautiful as you? He must be blind.
Roll a persuasion. Charm.
Charisma, surely just a con.
You know what?
charisma's
Fine.
better, yeah.
Straight charisma. Straight charisma.
He's
You're
being
in
very
trouble, then.
charismatic. Has he got that riz?
Has he
You
got
can't
his
resist
roots?
Catman playing the lute.
He is a Cat Stevens.
He was so close to becoming Mr. Steal Your Girl,
She
Andrew.
gives you this kind of disparaging look, and she's like,
I can't be that beautiful if he hasn't noticed me yet. We've been friends for nigh 20 years, and he has never noticed. Every time I try and, take some time out to get to talk to him, get him alone, he's always too busy.
He does
Always.
like the ladies.
I assume he likes the ladies, but I don't know. The amount he talks about his sword, I don't know.
Yes, a very young, common problem with young men is yes, they pay too much attention to their sword and not to them.
I just don't know what. I just don't know what to do to get him to notice me.
Maybe you should play hard to get. Maybe talk to other men, make him jealous.
I can't talk to other men in this town. Most of them I'm related to. It'd be weird.
Oh yes, that would be very, very not good. Maybe you
mean-
could.
I'm just worried. Like, I tried to make it so that I was useful to him. I tried to find stuff that would help him. I tried, I made it easy so that, he wanted to get out of the town and go traveling and stuff. And I thought if I helped him do that, he would at least message me once in a while. But it's like I don't exist.
He sounds like he is very undeserving of you. What has he done for you?
I don't know. He just exists.
Hmm. Maybe I can assist you in this endeavor.
Somewhere Harperu gets this shiver up his spine on 2 counts going, "I'm in danger."
Poor boy, she's in love with him because he exists. That's rough, dude.
Yeah. One of the few guys she's not related to in this town.
Unfortunately for her, her bonus option's wide open too.
Exactly.
I mean, I I want him to notice me though. Like, I'm smart and clever and I can help him out with whatever he needs. I'm well connected. I'm rich.
You're rich, you say?
Kinda.
Now his ears perk up. Oh, but forget all about that stuff. You're rich. How much rich?
How
Yeah,
much
help you.
rich?
So your
I
family
mean,
is wealthy?
kinda. Yeah.
Hmm. This man is a fool.
Maybe you should tell him that for me. Maybe he'd listen to somebody else.
Where is this man? I shall go talk to him immediately.
He's at my sister's place at the moment. He came swanning back into town after getting himself ripped in half and, you know, got him all patched up, and then he rode out into the sunset again
And
without even saying goodbye.
he went. When did you? Did he just come back?
Yeah, he arrived back this morning. I
Is
helped him
that
out,
Mr.
Don't do it.
Feynman?
Mr. Feynman. I mean, he is a fine man, but
He's damn
no,
fine.
his name is Habaru. Habaru Escuagiriad.
Ah, the cranky man. Yes.
I mean, he's not cranky. He's resolute and knows what he wants.
And cranky.
I can understand why he is so cranky now. He has so much pent up love that he has not released. It will drive a man crazy. He has
much
been saying
polishing his
weird and
sword.
strange things.
I mean, how do we get him to release his love then?
Hmm.
Tegan, I know what you're doing. Stop it.
Broke it for a while.
No, this
Maybe you could lure him out to a picnic, to a romantic place.
I mean,
I could play music for you. Get him in the mood.
do you think that'd work?
Ah, it has worked many, many times for me.
All right, I'll organize a picnic. I know a place. It'd be really nice, and I I mean, surely even playing music and stuff, it wouldn't be weird. You know what? So it's not like really weird of like being him and me and you there, because I don't want to send the wrong message that something more
Ah,
is going to happen.
so you don't want me there.
It's not that I don't want you there. I just don't want him getting an idea that it's you and me and my friend I didn't catch your name, sorry.
I am, as I am called, very famous. Well, not in your time, but I am Sabata.
Oh, Sabata. Not famous in my time, how?
Well, I am a great inventor. I have invented many weapons.
You
In
don't
your
mean
time,
Sabata, like Sabata of the Black Cat Sabatas, right?
yes, I am that Sabata.
Oh, my grandpa had one of your guns.
Ah, it would have done him well then.
It did him pretty well, considering he had a very, very long adventure through time and ended up back here.
Oh, sort of like me, but I've only come into the future. I have not gone back to the past or my present. Yes.
Maybe. But what I was saying is, I just don't want to send the wrong message of having him and me and my friend Sabata. Because that might give him the impression that I want to have him, me, and his friend, my friend Sabata. That would send the wrong message.
I can fix this for you. He pulls his hat off. He pulls out a little green gem, puts it in front of him, starts playing his lute, stops. Here, take this gem. When you're ready, tap it. It will play the music without me even having to be.
Oh, thank you. I really, really appreciate this. And
Anything for love.
she puts down 10 gold pieces for you.
Ah, you don't need to pay me, for this is love, and I will do anything to help through love.
okay, well, I'm gonna go organize this picnic, and then I'm gonna send him a message, and hopefully he'll join me for a picnic. Thank you
Yes,
so much. You're really wise.
that I am. I am extremely wise. I have been told that on numerous occasions.
She gets up, she gives you a quick hug, and she runs off to go organize a picnic for love,
He'll start back up on his lute again
feeling very proud of himself.
and singing really badly about true love. Even
The
though the lute's brilliant,
Joker!
true love is the only thing that matters. And
I was
carries on.
really hoping he would be like, even in my time, this was a shit tip.
And rather than jump back to to jump back to a very serious conversation with Celine, we'll finish a few minutes early tonight, I think. As at least half of our party is hopefully discovering love. One is definite, one doesn't know what's about to hit him. And Feynman may end up with a puppy. We don't know.
I know, and he won't.
I'm surprised. The setup right there to have a dog and a cat in the party.
Nope, definitely not.
I just don't want the responsibility,
Responsibility of a pet.
being the cat.
Kevin's like, I've been here before having a pet. I forgot that me continued to exist constantly.
I just don't need that on my mind. I'm like, nah, we'll just not have the pet.
It may not be
Instead.
the best thing to bring a puppy with me. Thank you.
No. We'll see what happens. Either way, next week, we should have a meeting with Eris too. So hopefully Craig is
Ooh.
feeling much better and will join us for that, because it would be wonderful if the original Eris could join us for good or for evil. We don't know. But otherwise, I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of the week. Drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest, look after yourselves and each other, and we'll see you all next time, guys. Bye, guys.
Bye.